Hi there, this is Olaf. We are now just under 8 weeks away from Kona. I just turned 50. I'm an elite Ironman, and this is episode 34 of my road to Kona and St.George 2022. All right, in terms of update, well, good news is definitely seems to be going up from here. I had first some stomach issues, lots of diarrhea, and then an eye infection, then ear infection, then other ear infection, and then I hurt myself also on the leg. Is still not totally clear what it is, but to me it still feels like sort of a sciatic nerve infection, because it definitely goes sort of from just above the Achilles heel up to sort of under the bum and along sort of the hamstrings. First in terms of the ear infections, etc., they are now behind me. I still feel some tightness behind in the hamstring area and sort of under the calf, so that is still not back to normal, so I still can't run completely normal. We took also the opportunity to do a little bit of a break, so definitely had a easy week. Probably gonna do something like 17 hours when I'm done with this week, so no long rides, no intensity on the run. So I started last weekend with 20 minutes run, and then this week 30 minutes easy run, 45 minutes. I did an hour 15 yesterday, and I still feel a bit of tightness today, but on the flat sort of ran 4:45 pace, and really easy, and so I can feel definitely some tightness today. I also do physio sessions. I also had some strength test session with squats, etc. So not, you're never really sort of 100% sure where the tightness is coming from, but I think it's fair to say that I'm not yet 100%. I'm not yet okay to sort of really do hard intervals. But to be able to run 15k, just feeling it slightly during the run, and also not too much afterwards. So today is definitely good news, and it's going in the right direction. Nutrition. Well, in the morning I'm gonna usually do my first session, so I need a bit of energy. I don't drink coffee, and obviously I need some sugar. I have a 2-hour bike right now, so I have some vitamins and a bit of Coke. Multivitamins, and at the moment I have some filtered water. There's a pretty good filter here, so that you can drink directly from the tap. And as I mentioned, a Coke usually does the trick for me in the morning. Alright, so breakfast is typically the milk. I added some oats. I added some Nesquik, or there's some local Martinique chocolate powder, but it's super expensive. As usual, the bad stuff is cheaper. And then I add some protein powder, and that's typically what I like to have for breakfast. Since I'm a child, the more sugar to some extent the better, but definitely adding the proteins as well, and then I'll probably have another nap. All right, so coming back from swimming, done for the day in terms of training. Maggie did some cool guacamole, so I'm gonna eat that with some bread, with some Martinique pastry, pomme cannelle, probably as dessert. Might have a yogurt. Yesterday I did some bell peppers with onions, so might do the rest of those tonight, and then any kind of sweet that I have around, probably later on in the afternoon as a snack. Afternoon had 2 awesome French yogurts, so that was my chat in the afternoon, my little snack in the afternoon, and I had a bread with raisins and some nuts inside as well. Okay, a few more thoughts on Kona. So one thing which is a little bit worrying is that the course is still not out. On the other hand, more good news is that you can sort of see the course virtually, but given it's the first time there's going to be a race on a Thursday, and I'm, in my age group is also racing on Thursday. There's a little bit of a question mark whether they are going to get all the authorizations and whether the course is going to be exactly the same as usual. So fingers crossed around that. Then I had another look at my past performances in Kona, and I'm pretty sure it's really because of nutrition and because of the humidity. Kona is just a different beast, and for me, several times in the past, I had some shit preparation maybe as well. I probably didn't take enough salt or I really didn't sort of look at that specifically in the past. Okay, but the humidity is definitely sort of a performance killer, and several times in the past, the moment I stepped off the bike, even running slowly, which means sort of at a 450 pace, which is really slow. I feel like it's like walking when just doing that here at the moment. But even running at that pace, heart rate sort of at 150 or over 150, which for me is the limit and something I cannot really hold for a full Ironman. So it's really about why in Kona, and several times you just cannot run fast at all with a sort of a low heart rate and a feeling of okay, I can push a little bit. So that's really going to be the key to be able to not be in that situation in order to get a good performance. So 2019 was the same thing. I started already with 150 heart rate. There was sort of a 440 at the beginning, but very quickly it was at 5, and then over 5, and ended up with 3:35, I think, marathon, which is pretty crap. So the marathon needs to be at 3:20 or better. And so for that, again, the nutrition is absolutely key. Need to be, on top of that, 100%. The intensity on the bike needs to be low. Okay, I cannot expect, so it needs to be below 140 heart rate, and below 140 heart rate in the humidity means even less, because I think with the humidity heart rate is sort of at least 10 beats per minute higher. I cannot target like a 240 watts like I did in Frankfurt, for example, and hope that I'm going to feel right afterwards. So really being cautious on the bike, and finally, especially the sensation of being able to do easy long runs with decent speed. So I feel I'm slowly starting to get there. Obviously I lost quite a bit. I mean, I lost at least sort of a month or two, probably a month, let's say. I lost a few weeks, a month, but that can hopefully come back quickly. But having this sensation of being able to run easy and still pretty fast is what's going to be key for success, and that's the next few training weeks are going to be key for that. So yeah, fingers crossed. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of the journey as usual. Always love to read your comments. It's definitely nice also to put things into perspective. As you can see, mood is back up for sure. Definitely did some visualizations. Definitely, starting to really look forward to starting to hurt myself again in training. Starting to get used also to the humidity here, and hopefully we can crush those last few weeks, and can't wait to get started next week. So stay tuned, and thanks again for watching.